This is an important question. Our strong public education system is the bedrock of our democracy, and it is the best investment that a community can make in its future. And I would say today that foundation it's under attack from political interference, harmful state and federal pressures that I would say are all just fiscally irresponsible schemes designed to drain resources from our schools that serve all of our children. And I don't say that lightly because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It takes a lot for me to think that there is any kind of a scheme to undermine our public education system or our democracy. That just seems so outlandish. But the current most significant drain on Ohio's public education system is Ohio's uncapped Ed Choice voucher program. It diverts over $1 billion in public tax money to private and religious institutions. While our state's own bipartisan fair school funding formula, which was created by people with expertise in education finance, and people in expertise in what is a constitutional way to fund our schools, that's being ignored. Not ignored, but not fully implemented. And they're saying they're not fully implementing it because there isn't enough money to fully implement it. And I would say that is where that fiscal irresponsibility piece comes in, because it's one pot of money. And so if we have over $1 billion to give to an uncapped voucher program, then we can certainly think about how to fund our schools in a constitutional and fair way. Especially when so many of these private institutions have selective admissions policies. It's unfortunate. I do want to take a moment to note, however, that these uncapped vouchers are very different and distinct from other voucher programs like the John Peterson Scholarship Program or other programs that really support students with special needs. Getting back to the uncapped vouchers, my philosophy is, again, rooted in action, and that is why I have a record of proactively building networks with other districts, with legislators, to really understand what is happening and what are our options. Believing that action is essential, I am proud that I've helped our district join the statewide lawsuit against this flawed voucher program. My position is pretty simple. There should be no public funding without public accountability. We demand transparency from tax-exempt hospitals, requiring them to prove that they have a community benefit to justify their tax-exempt status. We must demand the same from the private schools that receive, again, nearly $1 billion of the state's money, especially when they're permitted to be institutions that discriminate against who they admit and what they teach. Upper Arlington is strong. We're a good district. We're a strong district, but we cannot stand alone. We do not want to be the last standing public education system in Ohio. So to secure that strong future for 90% of Ohio's children that are in public education, we have to work collaboratively with other public schools against these threats. Public money must be for the public good. Period. And I do also want to just take a quick second to address the amount of money. I know some people have talked about it being too much. It's really important that we understand this in the context of our budget. So the number that I like to use, because I just think the math makes it easy, is if your family's budget is $100,000, annual budget $100,000, does it make sense to spend $10 to protect 14% of your revenue? That's how much it costs us to be in the Vouchers Hurt Ohio lawsuit. Again, $100,000 budget. Would you spend $10 to protect 14% of your revenue? It is not a big investment. It's an important investment, and I am proud to support it.